Guys, today's video is about common mistakes first home buyers make when estimating the value of a property.
Oh, I made a mistake.
And how to accurately estimate the property value in 2021. By the end of this video, I'm going to share with you my comparative market analysis process and how it'll help you value properties accurately in 2021. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Let's get started with the common mistakes I see first homeowners make when trying to estimate the property value. Market conditions. Louis and Evan came to me as their mortgage broker for assistance with buying their first home around 10 months ago. They did all the right things prior to making an offer. They'd arranged their loan eligibility, we'd got them in a position to feel confident with a purchase of up to $600,000, which is what they wanted, and they selected Stafford as a suburb they wanted to purchase within. They'd done everything right. The only issue was they were unsuccessful with negotiating on over 12 properties.
Can we get serious now?
See, the trouble was they'd started house hunting when the pandemic had just started, and the market looked as if it was going to crash. In theory, this would mean buyers would have the upper hand when negotiating. What Louis and Evan hadn't realized was the market didn't crash. In fact, borrowers were allowed to pause their loan repayments and didn't have any pressure on them to sell. This kept supply low whilst demand stayed the same. The market actually heated up and prices started to increase. Whilst Louis and Evan were lowballing away property after property, they were consistently getting outbid in multiple offer situations. For many first homeowners, it can be a challenge to understand how the market is performing. Not understanding how hot the market is can impact your ability to value a property accurately and ultimately see you miss out. In Louis and Evan's case, in the 10 months they'd been looking to purchase in Stafford, the median house price for a 3-bedroom house increased by $15,000. Too emotional. I know when I purchased my first home, I'd fallen in love with the perfect property. It felt like it was the only property for me. It clouded my ability to accurately assess what the property was worth. I ended up getting in a bidding war with another buyer that was just as interested in the property, and we pushed each other to our limits. I was unlucky to miss out on that one. As first homeowners, it's hard to keep emotions out, especially when you find a property that ticks all the boxes. Falling in love with a property can cloud your judgment, and it makes it difficult to appraise a property accurately. Sold properties only. First home buyers that compare properties with those listed on the market risk incorrectly valuing the property, as listed properties aren't an indication of what the property might sell for. For example, if a property is listed for $500,000 on realestate.com but only sells for $300,000, then the listed price is a completely inaccurate representation of what the market was willing to pay for the property. Listening to the agent. We recently assisted Bella with securing her first home. She purchased an inner city apartment for $390,000. As a first homeowner, she was overwhelmed with the process. Luckily, I was able to help guide her through it step by step. Bella called me one afternoon, a bit stressed out, since she had a property she was interested in and had made an offer $5,000 below the asking price. The real estate agent had informed her that the apartment she was interested in had someone else that was interested in it as well, and that if she wanted to increase her offer to the asking price, the deal would be done, the property would be hers. So understandably, when Bella called me, she was a bit worried that she might actually miss out on this property. I asked her a few questions, such as how many people went to the open home and how quickly similar properties were selling in the area. We'd estimated that it'd be very unlikely that there'd be anyone interested in the property, as Bella and another party were the only ones at the open home, coupled with the fact that inner city apartments weren't selling too quickly. With that information, Bella was able to go back firm to the agent with her original offer, as well as informing them that she wasn't going to increase it. Turns out there wasn't anyone else interested in the property, as the next day she was informed by the agent that the offer was accepted. She was elated and glad she stuck with her guns. This is one first homeowners need to keep reminding themselves of. The real estate agent is there to help the seller sell the property for the best price possible. Comparing apples with apples. First homeowners need to take care when comparing properties. After all, you can't compare apples with oranges, and the same is true when it comes to properties. It's important to find similar properties based on the location, size, and overall quality. So there you have the 5 mistakes we see first homeowners make when trying to assess the value of a property. So hit that subscribe button as we're going to look at how to value a property accurately. Whilst there is no way to exactly value a property, there are ways to get an idea of how much it might be worth. There are also a number of ways to value a property. For today, we're going to focus on the comparative market analysis, which is to compare similar properties. The local area. As a first step, you want to find properties that have recently sold near the properties that you're interested in. The rule of thumb here is to find sales within 1 kilometre of the subject property. It's also wise only to look at properties that have sold in the last 3 to 6 months. Anything outside of this might not be a representation of the current market. Jump on realestate.com/sold where you can enter the suburb you're looking at, as well as view properties that have recently sold within the last 6 months on their interactive map. You can also filter to only look at property types that resemble the ones that you're interested in buying. Similar properties. Now you've found properties that have sold within the last 6 months, you want to aim to reduce these properties down to be more like the properties you're interested in. For example, dimensions. This is where you want to look at how many square meters the land is, as well as how big the living area is. Locality, how far is the property from shops, transportation, and schools? Internally, how many bedrooms, car spaces, bathrooms are there? Is there an extra living area or a study in comparison? Outside, does the property have a pool, solar, or even rain tank? Overall condition. You want to be comparing properties in a similar overall condition. Nowadays, it's easy to find a lot of information. Realestate.com.au shows pictures of all previously sold properties on their website. Complete a comparison. Better or for worse. We've checked out the local area and now found similar properties. The next step is to complete a comparison. Effectively, we want to see how similar these properties are to the property of interest. What you want to do here is examine the features of the sold property and determine how they are better or worse than the property of interest. It's important to be realistic here and keep the emotions out. This will give you a better idea of how the property you're interested in could sell for. Keep up to date with the market. The market is consistently changing, and that's why it's so important to continue to make adjustments as the market moves. Relying on old information might see you miss out. That's where relevant sales within 3 to 6 months will help keep your finger on the pulse. Go out to as many open homes and auctions as you can. Property is a numbers game. The more properties you see, the better understanding of the market you'll have. Online tools. There are online tools such as RP Data CoreLogic that can help provide you data on recent sales and also complete a comparative market analysis. At Hunter Galloway, these reports are free for our clients through our subscription through RP Data CoreLogic. For existing clients, please contact your broker and we'd be happy to arrange an RP Data report anytime it's required. If you're not an existing client, please complete a free assessment on our website. We can help find a home loan and also provide property reports for properties that you're interested in. Here at Hunter Galloway, we get home loans approved. So if you're living in Australia and looking for a mortgage broker, we can help. Visit us online at huntergalloway.com.au or call 1300 088 065. We'll see you next time.